Linwood, California is where this next question comes from, and the listener writes, "We hear a great deal concerning the secret rapture. Where in the Bible is any indication given that it will be secret in nature?"
First of all, let me say that the secret rapture is an assumption, it's an inference that's drawn from the fact that one of these days the Lord will take His own out of this earth. That is, those that are alive and remain on the earth at His coming, as Paul said to the Thessalonians, are going to be taken out of the earth along with those that have died in the Lord, that great company from the day of Pentecost down to the present hour, from the time of Stephen until today, or when the Lord comes to take His own out. Now, it's assumed that that will not be a public thing. That is, that there will be no warning or indication of it in the sense that there will be anything that will let the earth know that it's coming. There will be no signs connected with it. I have a notion that it's going to be anything in the world but secret. That is, when it takes place, it's bound to have a tremendous effect. That is, if there's any size company at all upon the earth at that time. And I take it that there will be many believers on the earth. And here's one driving down the street in his car. Well, all of a sudden he's taken. And it's hard to conceive in this day, if it took place, that there wouldn't be some Christians driving somewhere. Well, you can imagine what would happen if several driverless cars out here on the freeway. They'd say, well, how in the world did they get here? And I'm of the opinion that if it took place this morning, by sundown tonight, friends, that it would be in the headlines of the Los Angeles paper. In fact, years ago in Chicago, there was an editor who was a wonderful Christian who, that doesn't mean to imply there may not be one there now, but this man was a very wonderful Christian and believed in the rapture of the church. He believed in the coming of the Lord to take His church out of the world. Now, this editor had set up a front-page story about the rapture, and he told those that worked for him, he said, one of these days, a company of people will disappear from this earth, and you won't know where they're gone. And when that word gets around, he says, I want you to put this page on the presses and run it. You will have the biggest story of the ages. And he says you'll scoop all the other papers in the world, and I always want my paper to be ahead even after I'm gone. And he said you'll be looking around for me, and I won't be here, so you run the page. Well, that may be a rather far-fetched way of looking at it, but that's what I mean. They will not know about it up to the moment it happens. The world won't. But believe me, I see no reason why it shouldn't be pretty much public property from then on.